The basic premise centers on Lori Granger, a senior at high school who's haunted by the death of her father. Her mom has been blamed for his death, and it's something that's caused her to believe the Granger name is cursed. To break that perceived curse, Lori runs for prom queen, alongside 5 other it girls at her school. Among them is Tiffany Falconer, who has a serious chip on her shoulder and is determined to win the coveted crown no matter what. Stirring things up, though, is Lori's friend Megan, who has a habit of pulling off elaborate pranks. Her latest includes prosthetic body parts and a spurt of fake blood, and while she does all this for the giggles, there's nothing funny about what happens on prom night. It's here where we learn a killer is on the loose, slowly killing off the different prom queens for reasons that become clear toward the end of the movie. What's the big twist? When a dance-off ensues between Tiffany and Lori on the main hall, it gives the killer a chance to slip away and go after Linda, one of the prom queen hopefuls. When she's killed, it's revealed that there's more than one killer. Unfortunately, after crying wolf all movie long, Lori doesn't believe Megan's concerns about the prom queens being killed off. She's heard screams in the hallway and susses something is going on, especially as the lights have been flickering too. Lori shrugs off the concerns, and Megan heads off to the basement herself to investigate. As for Lori, she winds up with Tyler, Tiffany's boyfriend. After seeing how his girlfriend will do anything to get ahead, Tyler takes a quiet moment with Lori and makes his move with her. Lori pulls away though, and when Tyler ends up dead soon after, everything kicks off. Who has made prom queen Megan? And Lori run through the basement and try to evade their killers, who are right outside their barricaded door in the basement with an axe, determined to break into their hiding spot. The pair manage to escape out the window just as word of the prom queen votes comes in. The winner is Lori Granger, who, in her crazed state, makes it up to stage in a bid to warn everybody else about the killers. However, the axe-wielding maniac shows and begins killing left and right. The whole place is in pandemonium as the killer approaches Lori on stage and looks set to kill her. That is, until Megan courageously jumps on his back. This works for Lori to stab the guy in the eye with her tiara, and as he takes off his mask, reveals himself to be Dan Falconer. That's right, Tiffany's dad is the killer. Principal Wayland is still alive, despite losing an arm, while Dan is arrested by the police when they show up. He did all of this simply because nobody ever remembers the details, and he wanted Tiffany to be the winner no matter what. Do Lori and Tiffany trauma bond? The irony here, of course, is that Tiffany is now going through a scenario similar to what Lori suffered in the past. If anyone understands her shock and pain, it's Lori. She rides with her home, where Lori opens up and explains she did everything she could to fit in and be a winner in the eyes of the popular kids. Tiffany always felt like nothing, empty, and angry at the world, and that eventually bubbled up into her bullying ways. When Lori heads over to Tiffany's place, we soon learn that this is far from over. The pair scramble upstairs and hide in the closet from Tiffany's mom, Nancy, who's the other half of this troublesome duo. However, it's here where the truth is revealed. It turns out Tiffany isn't really upset about the killings, as she's been conspiring with her parents the whole time. She's the one working alongside him, and she tries to stab Lori here with a blade. Lori tries to race out, but Nancy stabs the girl in the back, quite literally. What's Nancy's motivation? Nancy is a psychotic woman, and she's actually the one who killed Lori's father back in the day. She played the role of a jealous ex, killing him when she couldn't get her own way. Nancy is pissed and has a huge vendetta against the Granger family as a result, believing that Lori and her family are always taking things belonging to them. As Tiffany looks set to exact her revenge, Lori kicks Tiffany off the balcony, and she ends up impaled by an ugly spiked statue on the table. Lori eventually manages to best Nancy, grabbing a statue from the mantelpiece in the living room after a bit of a chase and smacking Nancy upside the head. Blood trickling down her face and slurring her words, Nancy collapses after berating Lori a bit. Lori ignores her and walks away, out the front door and back home. How does prom queen end? As Lori leaves, we cut back to inside the Falconer household, where the blood around Nancy forms into a strange pentagram on the ground. This sigil, of course, will be familiar to anybody who has watched the original Fear Street trilogy, and it's a nice way of tying everything together in the same universe within Shadyside.